Hi friends, LD Vegan. I make breakfast today with fruit, nuts and a milk. I make a plant milk. Once again, it is a cinnamon almond milk. I have the recipe already for some time. I make it once in a while. It's a delicious milk. You can drink that by itself as it is, or it is creamy, of course. You can also put it in a fruit salad. I'll do that today. And how to make a cinnamon almond milk: you blend almonds with dates and cinnamon and water, of course. And how to make, and then you filter it through nut milk bag or a micro sieve. And how to do that, I show you in another video. It's linked under this video. But I mean, cinnamon almond milk is one example. You can use any kind of milk for this recipe if you like it. It has to be, of course, you have to like it. It has to be tasty. Then it fits. But why do I do the milk today? The idea came because I wanted to make an apple here in slices, in thin slices, as these here. You see, apple slices. And this is a quarter of an apple. And I show you how to slice it with a mandolin. I have a mandolin here. That's an amazing kitchen tool. If you don't know it yet, mandolin has a V-shaped blade. This is the V blade. A V, yeah? That's a mandolin. And here is the inlay. You can adjust how thick and thin you want to have the slices. There are other inlays that make sticks. There are different, but you can make it very fast and very precise. Even the professional chefs, they use it, even if they know all the knife skills. But with a mandolin, I should recommend always a cut-resistant glove, not a heat-resistant glove. That is for the oven. But the cut-resistant glove is, you can use a mandolin like this, pretty fast, like this here, without looking at it every week. You don't cut yourself. Even if you touch these sharp blades, nothing happens because of the cut-resistant glove. And since I have that, I use my mandolin with so much more fun and confidence. Joy, I mean. Before, I always had a problem, because if you cut yourself with a mandolin, it's not so nice. They are sharp. It goes fast. But here, just to show you, these are the slices here. If you put a little bit of lemon juice on the cutting board, you cannot avoid that the slices turn yellow or brown. Lemon juice is antioxidant, especially when you wait for some time. Lemon juice keeps it fresh, but you don't need it if you just do it right away. Put the apple slices into a bowl. That was the idea today. I wanted to make fruits and apple slices. You can't do that with a pear, for example. Using a pear, usually when they're ripe, softer, you can make these thin slices. They would mesh. But the apple, that goes. But a regular dressing with the apple slices wouldn't work either, because the slices stick together. And I thought with the milk, like this cinnamon almond milk, with the milk, the slices might loosen, and it is maybe better, to make it delicious. Because this breakfast is a little bit about variety of textures. Variety in general is an amazing thing in food. It's one of the most important things for a healthy diet. Variety. They say we should eat as many as possible different plants over the year. Usually the people eat maybe 30, 40, 50 different plants over a year. When you go to a supermarket and get your food, people don't vary so much. They have their recipes, they do their same meals all the time. It's a lot of work. You don't want to risk something, and so you're happy when you find a good recipe. That was I was doing always. But now we learn since the vegan revolution began, in 2014 that was, when it skyrocketed all of a sudden, all over the planet, people begin to research, the scientists want to know, and then more and more we understand how important it is to have a variety of different plants in our menu. And also, variety is not only of the plants, the variety is also of textures. And that's also a thing to make it more interesting. So, example, the slices today of the apple, I have a different kind of slice here with a persimmon. That's the second fruit here. And these are thick slices, of course. It's a different fruit, a different texture. You can't slice this here. So, in the same way as an apple, that wouldn't work. So, I have an apple, a persimmon, different shapes, and another variety here, a dried fruit. It's again different texture. It's drier, the water is away, so the raisin becomes the third texture. I love, apples, raisins, nuts. That is a very standard snack for me, and it's so filling. You have fruits and apples, fruits and nuts, and that alone makes it filling. And then I have a nut here, the hazelnut. Again, another texture here. It's crunchy, dry, even drier than the raisins. And that also goes in. I could use a knife if I want, to break the hazelnuts open. Let's see. That is another texture again. I don't need to do that. Just to show you, with the hazelnuts, it's so funny. You barely touch them like this, and they jump apart in halves. I take the rest too. It's nicer to have them halved. You can't put them whole into the fruit salad. It's also very nice. You can easily chew them as is, whole. But it's so much fun to have them jump open if you barely touch them with a knife. I get all of them now. Doesn't matter. Just to show you here. Let's see. That's how they jump open. Have a look. You see, it's a little bit nicer, maybe, to have them open, because then they mix nicer with the other ingredients. But that is not really important. I would say if you make it either way, it doesn't really matter. But the thing is here, I have various textures here, and that makes this fruit salad filling and nutritious. And I think together with the almond milk here, cinnamon almond milk, it might be a wonderful breakfast. Today I have my wish with these thinly sliced apples. I put a lot of milk on top. You see, it can really be a lot. You can see more than a cup I have now here in there. Can also add a little bit more. Now I'm careful toss it, because the slices, they need to separate now. The apple slices, they stick together, of course. So very carefully tossing it now. Okay, open up a little bit. And I fill it in a glass to have a nicer look. And then I see if I maybe use a little bit more milk. Because that is what I feel. If I have these sliced apples and the raisins and the hazelnuts, then it can be a little bit more milk. The milk is light. If I have a thick dressing, like a banana cream or a cashew cream or some with bananas, as I usually do, I wouldn't take that much dressing usually. Sometimes, but usually not. But with the milk, why not make it a little bit of soupy dressing, Maybe a little bit more. Spread the apple slices a little bit more here. Because when you have more juice here, more milk, also, and you let it sit for a moment, also the raisins, they will soak in the milk, and then they get even more delicious. Raisins, by the way, are super healthy because they have a nutrient that's in the color of the red grapes in the peel. It's called resveratrol. It's a red color. It's among the most healthiest phytonutrients there is. Maybe I take a little more. You see, just like this, to fill the glass a little bit more. And that's just an idea. I feel this might be a wonderful, exciting variety of textures with these apple slices and the milk. That's the basic idea. So the other fruit here, persimmon, raisin, and hazelnut, are random. The central idea was slicing the apple and putting it into a fruit salad with the milk. It's my idea for today. I think it's important to have always something different, even with these very usually common ingredients, apple, raisin, and hazelnut, very common. The persimmon here in our country not so common, but all over the planet they have persimmons. They're one of the most favorite fruits, and they're also super nutritious. The resveratrol is super high in antioxidants. It's a very potent antioxidant and phytonutrient and nutrient made by plants, and as is the orange color in the persimmon. Also, there plants have hundreds of thousands of them, and they only begin to research them. And the thing that variety makes it so important is that these phytonutrients, these hundreds of thousands, they play together in the so-called food synergy. So they boost each other, especially when they're in one plant. They're very strong together. You take them apart, they don't work that much anymore. So that's a problem for science. They have to explore how they work to sell the pill. And then that takes a lot of studies to study hundreds and hundreds of nutrients, how they play together. So you better eat a whole fruit. But sometimes even plants, different plants work together. For example, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about, if you want to eat iron, in form of spinach, for example, or a green or so, we know that eating iron holding plants is better together with vitamin C. So if you put, for example, a lemon together with such a plant, then we know that the body more easily absorbs the iron together with the vitamin C. So vitamin C helps to absorb iron. So if you bring these together, one plant with vitamin C and one with iron, it's better. It helps, so we get more iron. So these kind of things are really so much, and I think a little bit, if it tastes well, if it's a great taste, it tastes good, I like it, and I am healthy. I have a healthy body, healthy senses, balanced senses. Then my body tells me what I need. That at least is my goal. Always try something new. Maybe you enjoy. Maybe you enjoyed watching this video. Then I would be happy to have you like. Maybe subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.